Welcome. My name's Susan. I'm a mindful life coach, and today we're focusing or concentrating on present focused awareness. Present focused awareness. So bring yourself into a stable seated position. So get yourself comfortable. And it often helps to put your feet flat on the floor, your hands, palms up or down, whatever feels most comfortable. You can lean back or you can lean forward. If you're someone who tends to kind of doze off, then you might want to lean forward and not get your back supported, but often we need back support. Close your eyes or drop your eyes softly down to the ground. Roll your shoulders all the way up to your ears and back and down. Have a sense of your sternum and your lungs opening. Lengthen through the spine all the way up from the base of your spine, all the way up to the base of your skull. Have a sense of space between your vertebrae. Tuck the chin a little bit. And once you feel stable in your physical body, set the intention to become still physically. If at any point there is intense discomfort that is not possible for you to sit through or breathe through or turn your attention to, then of course you can move and then come back to this position. In the next few seconds, maybe you want to adjust or wiggle a little bit to get yourself stable and still as best you can. Eyes closed or downward softly, palms resting gently up or down. Have a sense of dropping into this body. If you have a sense of presence kind of in your head, which we often do, have a sense of that coming down into your heart, into your belly, into your legs. Feel into this body. Allow your awareness to anchor here with a present, focused awareness of this body. Just as it is, you don't need to change anything about this body. Tuning into the whole head, tuning into your eyes and letting them be soft. We often carry tension beneath and above and on our eyelids, imagining the eyeballs themselves resting in the sockets. Feel down through the cheeks into the jaws. And if you're someone who carries tension in your jaw, as I do, soften through the jaws. Soften again, soften again. Let there be space between your teeth slightly and let your tongue be heavy. And on your next exhale, move your awareness down through your neck and throat, staying present and aware of this body and my voice. If your mind wanders, as soon as you notice it, bring it back to my voice and to this body that you're inhabiting. Have an awareness of the shoulders, the arms, the upper arms, the elbows, the lower arms, the hands and the fingers. Let the palms themselves soften. Letting gravity hold the arms. And on your next exhale, moving from the shoulders down through the chest, down through the belly. Feeling first the outside of the skin, and then on the next exhale, broadening your awareness to include the whole torso. So you can feel all the internal organs as best you can. You can feel the ribs. the lungs breathing, the heart beating, the spine at the back, from the base of the spine, right at the top of your bum, all the way up to the base of the skull, the vertebrae, the bones, all the muscles and tendons holding this torso upright. And then let the whole torso soften and relax, releasing and tension as best as you can out of the whole arms, torso, your head, your jaws. And now moving into your bum and your pelvis and your hips and your genitals. And in this whole area, notice if there's any judgment or numbness or connection, overstimulation, understimulation. Just let the whole thing be as it is, acceptance of this body, of this area. And as you breathe in, allow the whole upper body to be in your conscious present moment, focused awareness. And then you're shifting on the next exhale down through the thighs and the knees to the calves and ankles and feet. And now come in your mind's eye to the tips of the toes. And as you inhale, breathe oxygen all the way up through your toes and legs, through the whole hip area, up through the torso, arms, all the way up to the top of the head, inhaling, and then exhaling through the nostrils. Inhaling, full deep diaphragmatic breaths, conscious of the body and expanding awareness to include the breath, the breathing, this moment. Breathing in, breathing out. Allowing the whole body to surrender. Allowing the breathing to become your focused awareness for this moment. Breathing in, breathing out. Notice where you feel the breath the most. Notice the sensation of breathing. Acceptance. If there's any restrictions in your breathing, if there's any discomfort or intensity in the lungs, or any restrictions in the body or in the mind around breathing openly and freely, deeply, just notice those. It doesn't need to be perfect. It can just be this breath right now, acceptance of this reality. Breathing in through the nostrils and out through the nostrils. And over the next little while, as we stay together in this practice, you can use this breath as an anchor. If your mind gets lost in a story or a fantasy, if your emotions become strong, if there's discomfort in the body, if anything pulls at your present moment focused awareness, with a gentle kindness, come back to this breath and then join back in to the silence or my guidance as fits for you, without judgment, no judgment, just deep kindness for our human journey. Allowing sounds to come to your ears. My voice, your breathing, sounds around you in your room or office or apartment. There might be something outside, inside. Just allowing sounds to come to you. to your awareness. The body is aware, you're aware of the body, the awareness is aware of the body, and you're letting it slide into the background of your consciousness. Awareness of the breath, breathing in, breathing out, letting that slide into the background of your consciousness. Awareness of sounds, letting those too slide into the background of your consciousness. And now invite your thoughts and feelings to emerge into your awareness more consciously. And as we move into longer and deeper silence over the next little while, each time you notice you're in a thought fantasy, something from the past or the future, name that. If that's helpful to you, you might say noting thoughts. And then come back, perhaps using the breath, maybe attention at the nostrils. And as we move into silence, being very conscious of the gentleness. The mind wanders. That's what the mind does. The thoughts, monkey mind, gerbil mind, whatever we want to call it, the mind is busy. We're sitting stillness of the body. We're expanding awareness to include and enhance our stillness of the mind. And as we come into silence, allowing awareness, the field of awareness, to hold you. In deep, conscious attunement. Each moment an opportunity to return back, to use a gentle, easy, conscious discipline of inviting the mind for this breath to come back to this moment. Acceptance of this reality, just as it is, with deep and profound compassion for the human existence, for our attachment to suffering, for our willingness to continue to work to let go of our attachment. If it feels right for you, you can bring a hand to your heart and a hand to your belly, gently pressing, deepening your compassion for yourself. I am here. I am awake. I am aware. As best as I can in this moment. And if you did put your hands on your heart and on your belly, release them now, but feel the echo of the warmth. And we practice in this way to support ourselves, to increase our anchor, our stability, to increase our awareness of present moment waves emerging and falling and emerging, passing in our consciousness. And we practice in this way for the benefit of those around us, our colleagues, our family, our friends, and imagine radiating out a sense of compassion for those of us near and dear to us who we love and hold in caring. And we practice in this way to hold all our community in a sense of compassion, conscious of the deep, deep troubles in our world right now. And we have very little capacity to change what's happening. Deaths, the struggles, the terrible things occurring in this world, the wars, what's happening in the Middle East, tragedies for so many. We can hold them with compassion for all that is, returning over and over again to the stability of our conscious awareness. I am here. I am alert. I am aware. And I hold myself and all others in as deep as compassion as I can in this moment. And just before we finish, I invite you to set one commitment for yourself for the upcoming week. That might be something simple like to remember my breath once a day, or that might be something like I commit to a practice daily or once in the next week. Just whatever emerges for you that feels doable, realistic, depending on your level of capacity, of willingness, a deep acceptance of that. We're going to finish our time together by perhaps a taste of the freedom as we work, as we play, as we come together over time to begin to taste the freedom of being happy and joyous some of the time, despite the terrible travails and struggles and tragedies, both within our own personal lives, death, grief, loss, suffering, as well as in the larger world. I can have still moments, times where I feel happy, joyous, and free. Some of the time. I'm going to come back to your breath once more, conscious of the body, maybe beginning to move the body a little bit, rolling the shoulders, maybe reaching up with your arms if that's accessible to you. And then as you're ready, opening your eyes.